I usually rank a year after it's gone as to whether it's good or bad or not. The best year I've had ever was 1998, which was my Jubilee year. Of course, that might be bettered if I ever get a better year than that. The worst year I've had so far, my Annus Horribilis, was in 2003. Again, that can move if I get a worse year. This year has not been good so far. We're sort of on a par to 1999, which was not such a good year. Bit of a restless year, that one, and we're going that way again this time. Everything has gone up, all the bills and stuff have gone up over April, which is the sort of end of the tax year. And they're going up quite substantially, and you know, it's hard enough for me to be able to afford to live here as it is. Consequently, of course, looking for a job has become extremely important. But it's not going so well at the moment. I did have an interview last month, but of course I turned out to be completely unqualified for the job. They'd made some sort of mess up in terms of what they actually wanted. And the most recent job that I wanted at the NHS was removed before the closing date, well before the closing date, perhaps a week and a half, and so I wasn't able to apply, which annoyed me slightly. So, you know, things are not going well. I have applied for benefits, but I'm still waiting for that to begin. You know, I've been trying to get sponsors for my video predictions and recap videos, and that's not going very well either. Weight gain has been an issue as well. You know, money, the whole lot. You know, things haven't really been going well at all since I finished uploading all the videos for the American Dreams tour last year. Things are going slow on the forum, popularity is falling. It really is a dire situation. The good news is that we're only halfway through the year. We have actually got time to turn it round and make this a reasonable year. I mean, if in the next 6 months I were to move to start a new job I love, you know, that was higher paying, you know, that would solve a lot of the issues straight away. So I think that we have to put a little bit of work into sorting this out. It may mean reassessing the budget. It may also mean that I have to start seriously prioritising things and actually, you know, cutting down the amount of time I have, possibly even to do videos, possibly online, that sort of thing. Block time, everybody, and first an apology. I was under the impression that the tough finale was next week, during the week. Turned out, in fact, to be yesterday. Slight technical error here. So therefore I have not done a predictions video or a recap video for that. I do apologise. This, by the way, in case you didn't know, this is an ancient tea bag. What they used to do in days before they had tea bags was they used to fill one of these. It's a little sort of cage on a bit of wire, and they used to put the tea leaves inside, and it was just a reusable tea bag basically. I've got one of them. I can't remember where I've got it. I've had it for years. I'm just enjoying a little bit of Christmas spiced tea here. So you'll have to excuse me whilst I mess around with that every so often. And let me explain a little bit about the convocations. They are based on Jewish festivals, but they go according to the Gregorian calendar. So, for example, the 18th was a convocation for the law, which was a day that the Jewish were supposed to remember the law that was given to Moses. And the biblical reference is, you know, something like the 18th day of whatever month. Now, because they use a different calendar, it's going to end up being celebrated on a different day. But if you were to use the Gregorian calendar, then the day to celebrate it would have been the 18th. So I just thought I'd let you know that. I want to say Happy Father's Day as well. I believe that the US are celebrating that today, just like we are. It's funny because Mother's Day we celebrate on 2 different days, completely different months, but Father's Day is exactly the same. Also, I want to say congratulations to a fighter called Jeremy Humphries. Love the name. He has just been awarded his black belt, so well done to him. John Colossi also was fighting a week or 2 ago. Couldn't find out where he was fighting, but he did let me know he won over Luigi Fioranti in 48 seconds, so that's quite an achievement. Well done to him. We've got a guy on the forum called Jason. He's just had his first fight. He's been trying to get a fight for a long time. So well done to him. I think he won, but I'm not quite sure. So well done to him. There is a thread all about it on the forum. Prayers. I just asked people to remember Danny, who's called Silverback on the forum. He has been recently bereaved. So if we just remember him in our thoughts and prayers. And finally, replies in terms of my predictions in brief last week. I made predictions for Strike Force and Belator. And Strike Force, well, not really very good in terms of predictions. I went for Trevor Prangley and he lost. I went for Marius Zamorskis, something like that. He lost, although I'm not too bad. I'm not too displeased about that because I did say that I had hoped Evangelista Santos would win. Robbie Lawler lost in what I think was just an abstract decision. I think Robbie Lawler should have won that one. They gave it to Renato Sobral, so there we are. Robbie Lawler, to his credit, says that he thinks, he blames it on the fact that he was just looking for a knockout and possibly that had meant that he wasn't as active with strikes as the other guy, and maybe that's why they chose him. I don't know. I tend to think that, I don't think it was a political decision, I just think it was bad judging. Marcus Cowell lost, however, I have looked at this. In the first round against a guy called Sandoval, Marcus Cowell was on the ground and Sandoval for some reason just kicked him in the head. I have no idea why. Marcus, to his credit, says on Facebook that he recognises it was an illegal kick, but he doesn't think it was that deliberate. And he said, you know, it could have been a disqualification, but he would rather fight on and lose than lose his honour by sort of claiming an easy way out. And unfortunately, he did lose in the second round by TKO. But I think that because of his amazing character, and also I think because of that in the first round, you know, he actually deserves some credit, and so do I for picking him. And Jeremy Humphries won, and so did KJ Nooms, so there we are. Belator 22 I did even worse on, if that's possible. I went for Dan Hornbuckle and he lost, that was a decision. I also went for Chad Vandenberg and he lost as well. So better luck next time for them and me, I think.